So the computer went to sleep, but you can unlock it if needed.
No, it's still like hello everyone, my name is Nathan Ross Flores. I'm with Troop 716, and this is my presentation for my plan for the Eagle Project at Little Sykes Railroad, which is just over there. This project will work to reduce the maintenance costs and extend the life of the railroad. It will also restore the interior of the ticket booth to provide an updated space for the volunteers. Some of the problems with the railroad currently, the ballast, which is the irregular stone surrounding the track, has eroded away from the edges, leaving the cross ties exposed to the weather, and that leads to them cracking and they need to be replaced. The ballast helps to keep them in place, protect them from the weather, stuff like that. Okay. The next problem is the interior of the ticket office, which is very run down due to heavy use for more than 20 years. The majority of the walls are uncovered, exposed installation. The ticket counter on the inside is covered in graffiti, and then shelving for storage is inadequate. My proposed solution for the ballast is we will dig down 1 to 2 inches and then 18 inches out from on each side to remove the grass from the area, and that would be to the point, like the black line on that one photo, that's about 18 inches. We will then add stone till it's flush with the cross ties to ensure that it meets state regulations. The total area is about 320 yards, and I'm looking into adding an edge guard to help keep the stone in place. For the interior, we will remove all of the current paneling, replace it with 1/2 inch pressure treated plywood, replace the ticket counter. The total area for the plywood is about 360 square feet. For fundraising, I'm going to look to fundraise within my troop and family members, try and partner with local businesses, and ask for donations from suppliers. For volunteers, well, it'll be volunteers from my troop, maybe some of my friends, and then hopefully some volunteers from Little Sykes as well. Thank you for having me. Does anyone have any questions?
Well, what's your proposed timeline for this project?
After this, I have to do the more in detail plan. After I get that approved, then I can start. Well, that also include the plan also includes estimation prices. So after the plan's approved, I can move forward with fundraising, and then after that, I would start working. I'm hoping sometime probably late October, but I'm not sure.
Late October for the initial plan to be complete, or the entire project?
To start working, yeah.
Oh, okay. You were like aiming to finish by spring of next year, or?
Probably. I think it would be a bit earlier. It's not. Yeah.
Sounds like a great project. What made you think of Little Sykes?
Well, I volunteered there for a lot of my service hours for high school. So when I was asking around for project ideas, this one came up, and I thought it was a pretty good idea. Get back.
I agree.
Let's go. Yeah. Thank you. Let's close this. Yeah.
Looks like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need from us, or do you think you might need from us?
Just a signature once I get the more detailed plan finished.
I think that'll come through. All the planning stuff's going to go through the town. Joe mentioned that that will go through the town, so you guys don't need to vote or anything.
Okay.
So
Could we organize like a volunteering day
absolutely
to help out?
That'd be great.
That'd be helpful.
And when it's ready, we'd love to post it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nathan.
Okay, so then next item on the agenda is the Sykesville Skate Jam. So fortunately we had to push that back to the spring. So the biggest thing right now is determining a new date. So we were looking at April because when it's too cold, and then once we start getting into May and June, then we start getting a lot of other activities that we're going to be running up against. I thought it'd be kind of cool if it's in that time frame to have like an Earth Day theme. So we can kind of play around with that.
Do you know when Easter is? 2024?
You know?
And we have usually we have a park cleanup in April too, right?
Yes. It's March 31st next year, so I don't have to worry about that. But I know Downtown Sykesville Connection, they do their Art and Wine Festival like the first weekend of May typically, right?
Mm.
Definitely want to look at that. So.
There be any conflict with joining it with another big town event just to have an audience or people that are there already that
I think they're going to want all the parking for,
oh,
for their event
okay,
probably.
never mind.
I think it would be a lot.
That's true.
So
Is that park pretty well maintained and well kept? Would it make sense to try to have the skate jam after like a park cleanup or something? Like the spring cleanup? I don't know. Because I know we talked about maybe doing a spring cleanup at that park.
right, so we're doing that this Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know how much more it'll need next spring.
Yeah. Just, I guess it's something to think about.
But I'm also worried about rain. So if we're doing it in the skate event in the spring, I would also like to set up a rain date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it a Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
You trying to pick a date now or just start thinking about it?
I mean, I'd like to propose a date that we can look into more, so that by next meeting, I guess we can, because we have to vote on the schedule, right?
Mm.
When did
And
you
do we
say?
do that? Don't we do that in January?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to wait till January to pick
okay.
the date
No, I
for
agree.
this event.
When was the Art and Wine?
I feel like it's, let's see, I don't know if it's posted yet for 2024.
And then, do we know when the schools are on spring break?
I do not.
With my school, it's the week after Easter?
So it'll be early.
Or the week before Easter. But I think Carroll County does it differently.
Okay.
Because that would be a nice time to have it during spring break.
Spring break is the weekend of Easter, so it usually starts Thursday.
Oh,
And
Carroll
then
County
they go
doesn't.
back to, again, they do it over there, so you get Good Friday and Easter Monday
That's
off.
it. Yeah.
And then they usually go back to school Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I'm pulling it up to give you the dates.
That'll be too early.
There's also around that time they do some kind of festival at Millard Cooper Park.
Oh yeah, that local church or somewhere.
That's a fall fest.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure there's another spring event. It might be the same church. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think
I
so.
think you're right.
I think there is.
It's a Baptist church.
Yeah.
Freedom Baptist, did I get it right?
Might be like the third week of April that they usually do that. So I always remember it coinciding with cleanup.
So the spring break is March 28th to April 2nd.
All right, that's too early.
Yeah, never mind.
I think
You just do the 13th and the 20th as a rain date?
Yeah, I think later the
What
better.
about the 20th,
because-
27th?
Or that.
Yeah.
Oh, give us a little extra.
But then we also have the cleanup,
When's the cleanup again?
the 20th or 27th.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's typically the weekend after Earth Day.
I mean.
What if we did, okay, what if we planned for the cleanup on the 20th, the skate event on the 27th, and then the rain date could be
May.
later if we need to. It doesn't have to be the weekend after. I mean, if anything, it'd probably actually be better if it wasn't the weekend after.
Sure.
Hey there.
646 traffic.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so let's look into those dates. So April 20th for the cleanup. Everybody just look for what else is going on. I mean, if that one group is doing, if the Baptist Church is doing an event at Cooper, I don't think it would interfere with our skateboarding competition necessarily, because it's different parks
Right.
across town, so. Okay. Sounds good. So that's really all I have for that event. Next one is Music in the Park this Saturday.
That's me.
It'll be here till Sunday, playing 5 to 7 p.m.
Oh. I think Craig said he would. I think Chris is coming to pick up the cash box again.
She already did.
Did she?
She picked it up today.
Because I could have just picked it up
Yeah.
right now.
She picked it up along with the check.
Okay, cool.
Earlier today.
There's a little bit of confusion about where the contract was and stuff, but that got all. Oh, that's the other thing. I got an email from the band saying that like all of our Facebook advertisements are updated, but the town website still has TBD as the band name. I don't know if it's too late now or if it's worth changing or.
It shouldn't be an issue to change it.
Okay.
Are you gonna put out signs?
I'll put out signs. Do you think I should put out signs tomorrow night or just wait till like the park cleanup and put them up while we're hanging out at the park? Because
Yeah.
they only
What do
say,
the signs say?
they say today, 5 to 7.
Oh.
So I try to put them up in the dark. That's what I did last time so that nobody can see them until the morning. So I'll probably just do that again. Put them up at like 9 p.m. I think.
Chris said that she had volunteers lined up,
Yes.
and I'll be there.
It's going to be a long day.
Okay, and then so I guess moving on to the fall cleanup, which is that morning, South Branch from 9 to noon. So we'll be over by the snack shack. What's it called?
Way station.
Thank you, the way station. Anyway, so I can grab clothes out of there. That won't be a problem. And then I'm guessing everything is still on track to be dropped off.
Yeah, so where do you want it going? It's the question. So Derek said he can, if need be, he can drop it off down there on Saturday morning. We can leave stuff out here on like the side porch, just up to you guys. Just let us know
Okay, if you could drop it off at South Branch, that would be,
on Saturday.
yes, Saturday morning, before 9. Okay, so anything on that event, or?
Who's planning to be there?
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I cannot.
Yeah, I won't be able to make it either. To that or the
Do you have
concert.
That's good for the last weekend.
Do you have any
This one.
large groups of volunteers that say they're coming? No, because I had some of the volunteers that emailed me for last week said they can't make it this week. Yeah,
Okay.
so we might be a little short.
Yeah. Well, Downtown Sykesville Connection, I think theirs is from 10 to 1,
Yeah.
and they're just doing the cleanup and trash pickup downtown. But I'm sure that some of those volunteers could come over and assist us if we need it. And we'll just prioritize, like we'll start with the moms because that's the biggest thing. And work from there.
Have you heard anything from that woman, Rebecca, from the last cleanup?
So I reached out to her with the date being last weekend, and she wasn't available, but said that she forwarded on to others in her company. And then I haven't followed up since we changed the date, so I should probably do that.
I mean,
Just let her know.
it's kind of late notice, but maybe she'll be able to do it, or get some more hands out there, maybe.
Does Derek know everything that you guys need, or do you have a list? I know he's got like the mums, there's like a bucket and some like waste bags and stuff, but that's all I personally am aware of.
Okay.
So in case he asks me, tomorrow when I tell him.
There was an email thread with Jana.
Okay, if there's an email
You let
thread,
him know.
then we should be good.
Okay.
I'll get
I
it
can
from-
forward it to you.
No, I can get, if Jana has an email, that's
Okay.
perfect, I can get it from her.
Okay.
That's, as long as there's something out there somewhere.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, and then I went on to Sykesville Cinema, October 14th movie. I'm very excited about this one.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, it should be a good one, right?
So Charm City Ghostbusters will be attending. I texted Lauren, who set all that up today to verify the time, and she said that she'll follow up with them to figure it out. I plan to bring decorations. For the costume contest, I can't remember if we vote every year on the prizes. Or if that was just kind of part of our budget now.
It's a Jana question.
I'm sorry, can't help it.
Okay.
Are we gonna have Stacy come and be the judge? Or
Just
who?
gonna invite her.
Okay.
Jana is available by email and phone right now too. She's working from home.
Okay.
So tomorrow, if you reach out to her, she's been responsive. So just
Okay.
FYI.
If we need to vote on it, then we'll just have to have a really quick call. I don't know.
And we have the budget for it, right? I mean, for
Yeah, I don't
holiday
think we had
events.
to vote for it last year. I think it was
I don't think so either.
okay. And I figure we'll just do the same gift cards that Jana's been doing. So Chris said that she had volunteers lined up for that. Who wants to put out signs?
I think I can.
Okay, if
Yeah.
you can't, let me know.
Yeah. I'll say yes. If I can, I'll figure it out.
Thank you. Alright, and then the last thing that I wanted to talk about with the movie. So previously we had talked about potentially doing a double feature, with our second movie being one that is like a royalty-free movie,
Yeah.
so we don't have to, pay extra for it. So Ghostbusters, sunset is about 6:30. So with the ad plus the movie, Ghostbusters is 1 hour and 45 minutes. So it'll be over about 8:30, which is typically about the time that we start normal movies in the summer. So it's not like we would be pushing it too late. And we could close the snack shack, if the volunteers don't want extra hours, or we'll have some options there. So I just wanted to bring up that idea again, because if we're going to do that, then I want to start advertising sooner rather than later.
What would be the second movie?
So I did a Google search. Some things that came up was Nosferatu, 1922,
That's a very long movie.
Phantom the Opera, 1925,
That's extremely long.
House on Haunted Hill, 1959, The Last Man on Earth, from 1964, and apparently I haven't seen it, but the story is similar to I Am Legend. That could be interesting. And then Night of the Living Dead.
Ooh.
Which would be cool, but I do have a little bit of concerns about that one.
These are all. Last time we did a double feature, it was like a half-hour Charlie Brown short thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nosferatu's like longer than Ghostbusters, I think.
No, they were all under an hour and 30 minutes.
It's under. Oh, okay. But that's still really long.
If nobody's into it, we don't have to do it. That's
How
why
was
I wanted
the
to bring it up.
audience
I
last
thought that'd be
time?
cool.
For the double feature, how was the audience? I mean, it was only a half an hour.
Well, they were kind of like a captive audience for the first, because we shared it first, the Charlie Brown
Oh,
Halloween, and then we went into the main feature.
so you
very
forced
soon.
them to sit through it.
We did a triple feature that night, didn't we?
Yeah, we accidentally, we were only supposed to show like the first one, that was a half hour, and we accidentally let it keep going.
think it would be fun if if the end time is still like early 8:30, then why not?
The end time of the first movie,
That's
yes.
the
You got
first
8:30.
movie.
Oh, that's the end of the first movie. Oh. And well then.
So the end of the entire event would be comparable to our summer events.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's. People want to stick around.
The end time would be similar, but the length of
No, definitely be longer.
time would be
yeah.
longer. Yeah. Do we think we would have an audience that would
I don't
stay
know.
around?
You say we could close the snack shack for the second feature? Can we just hang out and watch a movie? That would be nice.
Yeah.
We
I'd
have
invite
a
the
we
town,
have SPARC
yeah.
movie night.
And
You
if
can
anyone
come.
wants to stay, they can stay.
Okay, we don't have to decide tonight, but just don't think about it. I'll send a follow-up email.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this wasn't on the agenda, but I want to talk about it real quick. So Trick or Treat on Main is October 28th from 3 to 5 p.m. I plan to go to that. It was SPARC.
Say the date again.
October 28th, 3 to 5 p.m.
I might be able to go.
I'm not gonna be able to make
I don't
that.
think I typically go to. No, I did the last year. Can I put myself down as a maybe?
Yeah,
What time is it?
3 to 5 p.m.
It's a Saturday, right?
What day? Saturday?
Yep, Saturday, October 28th.
Yeah, I can help.
Okay,
I can help too.
it's one of my favorite events. It's so much fun.
Wait, you need somebody to be Sparky, don't you?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I can't make it.
Okay. So that's everything on the agenda. Are there any town updates?
I have. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
I
guys.
have email
Okay.
email updates from the museum curators. They want to let us know that they had a large influx of visitors and tourists this time of year, which is good for them. But they say they won't have time this fall to prepare materials for the craft that the Gatehouse had originally planned to offer this Christmas. But they are able to assist with whatever the plan is for our group. And they have a lot of materials left over from last year's ornament craft.
Okay.
They say they have over about 200 ornament
Oh.
things left.
We could probably just do that.
I don't remember what that craft was. What was it?
Huh?
What was the craft? Was it the cards?
No, that was the year before. Last year we did the beaded necklaces.
Okay, so they have enough for 200 more beaded necklaces. And that's it.
Update?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have been working on a few park-related projects. I figured I'd just give you guys some updates. So we have some grant funding, which was originally designated to creating a new small park next to the linear trail as a natural play area. I don't know if Janice mentioned that to you guys. We're actually going to try to pivot, and I'm working on reworking the scope for that grant and putting it towards fixing up Jones Park a little bit more, and hopefully actually creating an access way from the linear trail up to Jones Park. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So tomorrow and early next week, I actually have a call with a woman from DNR tomorrow to discuss kind of switching that funding from one project to the other, because we just feel like the money will go a little bit further in rehabbing Jones Park than it would to create a whole new park, especially when they're 500 feet away from each other, the two locations. So that's one thing. So we would keep you guys updated on that, and then
Can I ask you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
So if you do make that new access over to linear trail, is your plans to then to close down the existing or leaving both?
No, we would probably have to keep the existing for ADA access, because any new access to the linear trail, the grade difference is so much that making that ADA accessible would be really difficult. It would just even without that, it will probably involve potentially some steps and some switchback type of just because of the grade change. So the existing access would likely remain open, but at least this way we could make Jones Park more of a linear park trail by connecting it to the actual
Sounds cool.
linear park or linear trail park, excuse me. And then the other one I'm working on is rehabbing the bridges at Cooper Park as well for that. So I had some engineers come out, look at that, give us some recommendations. They typed up a whole memo for us. So I'm working on creating a scope of work for that and so we can send that out to bid and hopefully get some contractors to bid on that project. We have funding already from a grant, so the money's there. We just gotta figure out exactly what we want to do and get some contractors to bid on it. So those are the two big park projects I'm working on. Hopefully get them done in the next year or so.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm curious, is there any talk of extending Beach Park Trail into town? I mean, it comes up about once every couple of years. Is it still out there?
So I'm gonna write this down because there has not been any talks as of now, but there is another round of oh god, I'm blanking on the grant name, but a parks grant. There's another round coming up soon, actually this fall hopefully, and we were hoping to identify some projects to use that for. So what was that specifically for Beach Park?
So yeah, coming off of Beach Park Tot Lot, there's a trail that makes its way down into, what's the name of the neighborhood down there? I don't know, it's right behind my house.
Yeah.
But if you were to cut a trail back through the woods, it'll allow everybody on the upper side of Sykesville to walk down into town. Been talked about a lot of times.
You're talking
Is that
about
what they wanted to do with the railroads?
That's kind of part of it. Yeah, so there's the Dinky Trail.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
That's a whole
beast
other
that we're
thing. So
trying to
this kind of
tackle.
crosses that.
Okay.
yeah.
And it could take you into town. I mean, a lot of folks kind of take it as a shortcut, so you don't have to walk. You know how dangerous the road is.
Yeah.
Spout Hill.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And Oklahoma, there's no easy way down into
Right.
town. This would provide that, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that
Easy
should be a
access.
good, potentially a good use of these potential new grant funds coming down. I'll certainly start looking into that because we've been talking about trying to figure out and identify some projects that we could use that for. So that's good.
Thanks.
Appreciate that.
Does that trail come down toward that industry, that electric building?
Yeah, that's always been the.
I've been on
How
that
do you
trail
get
before,
around? Yeah,
Yeah.
where electric kind of passes.
Yeah, so you're trying to see how it could circumvent that and come out by like maybe St. Paul's or something. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, there's a
That'd be
couple,
nice.
couple different ways through, but yeah.
That would be nice, yeah.
Anything else? Okay. And I motion to adjourn the meeting. 7:28.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.